Hi everyone, welcome to another video of your PT English Language Workshop. In today's video, I'm going to talk about the writing exercise, Write Essay. Now, as you know, Write Essay is one very popular English writing exercise, not only in the PTE, but be it any English language examination such as the IELTS, TOEFL, you do get to write essays. I'm pretty sure you must have written an essay at some point in your school life as well. But now how is that different with the one in the PTE? Well, to start with, I'll go with the 4 kinds of essays that are asked in the PTE examination most commonly. The first kind is opinion-based. Now, these are the most common kind of PTE essays, which are up to 50% of the total number of essays asked in the PTE examination. Having said that, now what does an opinion-based essay mean? It basically means agree, disagree. So they could probably give you a question. For example, it could be that your government is spending a lot of money on electricity related issues. What is your opinion on it? Do you think it's a good idea or do you think it's a bad idea? Or maybe do you agree with that or do you disagree with that? What this basically means is they want from you what you think about something, what you think about a certain example or a certain agenda, and they want your opinion on it. Another example could be that public transport should be free for everyone. A lot of people think that it's a good idea. What's your opinion on this? Do you agree with this or do you disagree with this? So the moment you see agree or disagree in a question in the PT examination, that quite gives it away that this is an opinion-based essay. Now the second kind of essay which is most commonly asked is the pros and cons, or in other words, advantage, disadvantage. Now coming back to the example of public transport, your essay could be that public transport has been around for the last 50 years in Melbourne, or maybe even more, but just for the sake of this example, let's say 50 years. So public transport has been in Melbourne for the last 50 years. What do you think are the advantages and disadvantages of public transport? Now, in such an essay, you can obviously think of a lot of things to speak in favor of public transport, but then you can also think of some disadvantages of public transport as well. What you need to do here is obviously make a list of some key points before you attempt this exercise so that you know what you're going for. Once you have that list ready, just fit them in the body of the essay and off you go. After this, I'm coming to the third kind of essay, which is a comparison-based essay. Coming back to the same public transport story, the essay topic could be something like public transport and private vehicles have both been around big cities for the last 100 years or so. What do you think is better and why? Now, every question that has a comparison between two things is also slightly an opinion-based essay, because at the end of it, what they want from you is your opinion about what you think is better and why. How do you go by writing this? So just like any essay, you start with the introduction. After the introduction comes the body. Now, how I'd recommend writing an essay in this case when you're comparing two things is split the body into 2 paragraphs. Paragraph 1 or body 1 would be you talk about the pros of, say, public transport. And the paragraph 2 or body 2, you'll talk about the pros of private vehicles. And then in the conclusion, obviously, you could take one side. You could either say that public transport is better or private vehicle is better. But stick with whatever you stand for and put that in the conclusion. So now the fourth kind of essay, which is not very commonly asked, but it is still asked. I'd say about 10% of the essays in the PTE are the problem solution essays. What normally happens in a problem solution essay is they will give you a problem and ask you for a solution. Now, let's stick with the example of public transport that we've been doing so far. The question could be something like, maybe in this case, private vehicles, that private vehicles lead to a lot of traffic, especially in the mornings when people are heading to work or kids are heading to school. Give a solution as how you think this problem can be dealt with. Now, when you come to such an essay, I'd recommend sticking with the same template as you'll find in the PTE toolkit and the one that we've discussed in the other videos about how to attempt an essay, which is start with the introduction, which should be no more than 50 words. After the introduction, you write the body, which should be about 150 to 200 words, and then the conclusion again, which is again 50 words. Sticking with this template, having this strategy in mind, you'll never go wrong. Always pre-plan your essay. You get 20 minutes to write an essay. Use the first 3 or 4 minutes of those 20 minutes writing or coming up with key points, no matter what kind of an essay it is, whether it's opinion-based, whether it's pros and cons based, or it's a comparison or problem solution essay. You need key points. They will help you frame the body of your essay. You can use the templates for the introduction. You can use the templates for the conclusion. But trying to use the template for the body requires writing key points. If you don't have key points, the templates alone are not enough. Yes, of course, I'm a huge fan. I'm in favor of templates myself. And I recommend everyone to use templates. But I also say only take ideas from the templates. Don't stick with it.